Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's me, Big Sham Blease, and I'm back with another video on Rap America TV. Usually, I give y'all smiles in my openings from the very beginning, but this topic is not really a smiley type of topic. You know, if you haven't already heard about the infamous Trayvon Martin case, and I am here to inform you of it. It has been receiving media outrage, online uproar for like the past few days. I want to say almost a week now. So, excuse me, let's just hop right into it. Trayvon Martin was a North Florida teen, A&B student, football player, 17 years old. Everybody loved him. On his way back from the 7-Eleven in his father's gated community, he was shot, killed, murdered by fat-ass George Zimmerman. 28-year-old fat-ass George Zimmerman. Now, let's just go in from what I know. Now, from what I read, what I've heard, and what I watched, George Zimmerman was checking Trayvon out and immediately deemed him as suspicious. He made a 911 call saying that, you know, he's seen this black black person, let's be clear, about 19 years old, wearing a hoodie. He had his hands in his pockets. He didn't know what he had. Bitch, as it's any of your fucking business. On top of that, he had his hands in his pocket. He was wearing a hoodie, and he was looking around, and he was mainly concerned because there were break-ins in his neighborhood. Now, let's just go in on what I know about George Zimmerman. First of all, bitch, your fucking neighborhood have said time and time again that you are overzealous about being in the neighborhood watch. You were so overzealous about it that you self-appointed your ass as the leader of the neighborhood watch. And it seems to me that your ass was just... This ain't the first time you have been doing the shit that you've been doing, because they said you have made 46 calls about blacks since January 1st of 2012. What's going on with that? Coincidence? I think not. With that being said, you know, he made this call, and in the call you can hear him just saying, you know, describing him, saying that, you know, there were break-ins in his neighborhood, so that's why he was concerned. Bitch, okay, were there as that many break-ins in January? Bitch, why the fuck you still living there if there's all this goddamn break-ins? With that being said, I digress. You know, he was continuing on the call. He was saying, like, you know, these assholes always get away. And then after that, you know, he told the police officer, the dispatcher, that, you know, he was heading down the neighborhood such and so much in Falls, and he was like, these fucking coons. Anyway, he said, like, I think he said something like, do you want me to follow him? And the dispatcher specifically said, no, don't do anything, we'll handle it. This fat ass bitch just got the energy from some goddamn where, must have ate a goddamn Powerade while he was in the goddamn car, decided to follow Trayvon Martin 70 goddamn yards into the motherfucking neighborhood. Bitch. Anyway, he follows him into the neighborhood. We don't know, or I don't know, we don't know what happened, if there was any dialogue exchange, but all we know is that a fight between Trayvon and George ensued, and all of a sudden, Trayvon was killed by George Zimmerman. Then, after such and such had happened, going to the police station, so much and so on, you know, they released this bitch, which I don't even understand why. How is it that you got this fat ass sloppy bitch who obviously got too much fucking time on his hands to be observing people and making 46 goddamn calls to the police since January 1st of 2012, chases somebody, harasses them, goes after them, follows them 70 yards, stalks them 70 yards into a neighborhood, fights with them, kills them, and walks free? What am I missing? And then I read that Florida has this stand your ground law, which I don't understand, because if anybody was standing their goddamn ground, it was Trayvon Martin, not George Zimmerman. What the fuck are you standing your ground against, bitch? You attack this young dude. I don't get it. With that being said, just thinking about it pisses me off, because rape victims, as much as I feel like this is bogus, rape victims kill their rapists after the act of rape, not during the rape, and it is in self-defense, regardless if, like, you raped me 5 seconds ago and now you walking away from me and I kill you. That's self-defense in my eyes. But they serve time for killing their rapists all the time. So why is that this fat ass blob can go kill somebody and him not getting away with it? What type of message is the Florida police system, judicial system, legal system, whatever the case might be, is sending out to people that you can just go kill somebody? Hey, I'm just gonna go kill somebody and claim it was in self-defense. I was standing my ground. What? And what pissed me off today is that, like, when I looked at the Trayvon Martin video, they had like the 911 call tapes. I listened to it. You know, the lady was pissing me off because she wasn't doing nothing really. Like, she really wasn't giving up no info. Like, she ran upstairs and shit. Like, I don't know. If I'm hearing like people fighting and stuff, I'm gonna go look and see. See, this is pissing me out. If I'm hearing somebody fighting in like my backyard, bitch, I'm gonna be curious. I'm gonna be inquisitive. I'm gonna be nosy, whatever the case might be, and see what the fuck is going on in my backyard. And her husband was there as well. So why weren't the both of you, as a married couple, go investigate what's going on in your backyard? You heard somebody screaming for help. Why didn't you go help them? Talking about she's scared. Bitch, I don't give a fuck about you being scared. Somebody was murdered in your backyard and you didn't do anything. But with that being said, while she was on the phone talking to this dingbat of a dispatcher, you can hear Trayvon Martin screaming for help. Screaming for his life before he was shot and murdered. On top of that, then the bitch, the dingbat dispatcher, I don't hear anybody screaming for help anymore. Bitch, okay, if you don't hear anybody screaming for help no more, did you not hear the gunshots since you hearing every fucking thing? That just really, really pissed me off. And that just, my heart like dropped to my toes. Like when he was screaming for help for, I want to say goddamn 10 seconds into the call tape. And then you don't hear him anymore because he was shot and killed. And bitch, for the Florida police, like after hearing that tape, it's obvious that George Zimmerman was doing something, assaulting Trayvon in some type of way for him to be screaming for help. So that should have been grounds for y'all to charge him right then and there. I don't get it. How was he able to walk free? That really just pissed me off. And what really pisses me off about George Zimmerman is that it seems to me that he just wanted to be like the hero, considering the fact that he was overzealous being a part of the neighborhood watch. Like he just wanted to get somebody so he would be deemed and worshipped in some type of crazy way. Like, I am just not with this case. Like, it just doesn't make sense. And like, I heard that this bitch George Zimmerman, he doesn't even live in that neighborhood no more because he's fearing for his life. Oh, but you neighborhood watch, motherfucker. You got a gun. Why you fearing for your life for now? Now you feeling the same type of way Trayvon was before you killed his ass. I said this. If he becomes like so much of a coward and decides to commit suicide before we are able to arrest him, the world is going to be pissed. I am going to be pissed because now it's going to seem like Trayvon died for nothing. It really just blows me because like being me who I am and like being somebody who has like a little brother or knowing somebody who has a child, like this was somebody's child and this bitch just killed him and got to walk away free. Where they do that at? For real, like, I feel like I'm in the 1970s or 80s where shit like this was common. Not even the 1970s or 80s, the 1940s, 30s, and 50s, and 60s, and 20s. Where they used to do shits like to black people all the goddamn time and just got away from it. This is a fucking hateful ass, bullshit ass reminder of what used to happen damn near 50, 60, 70 years ago. Like, this is just so unbelievable. What's killing me is that, like, you had bitches like Nancy Grace who want to talk about every fucking thing, but bitch, you ain't talking about Trayvon Martin. Oh, but you want to tweet about it? Seems to me that you're doing a bare minimum, Nancy fucking Grace. I hate your ass, bitch. With that being said, it just really pisses me off. Like, it's just scary. Like, that he was saying, like, you know, he looks suspicious. He's looking at the houses. From what I know about gated communities, all the houses somewhat look the same. It's dark and it's raining. Like, bitch. For me, I don't like walking nowhere in the dark. I may be grown, I may be intimidating to look at when I got a straight face, but at the same time, you just never know who's crazy and who just won't give a fuck and just murder your ass. That's why I'm always conscious. I'm never oblivious to like my surroundings. I don't like walking in the dark because you just never know. Trayvon was probably feeling that same way. If anything, you know, it's raining. He probably worried about getting electrocuted randomly, because that shit does happen. You know, he just trying to find out where the house that his father lives at, to get to safety and get out the goddamn rain. But bitch, you want to deem that as suspicious? Talking about some, you know, he has his hands in his pockets. Like, I don't know what he has in there. Is it any of your goddamn business to know what he has in his pockets? The boy had iced tea and Skittles. How do you feel? How does George Zimmerman feel after murdering this young boy, knowing that he wasn't a threat to any damn one? For real. It is just so infuriating to know, like, that this happened. Like, ugh. Like, bitch, and since you were calling the goddamn police so much, did you call the police to let them know that you murdered somebody? Because I found out that they didn't even know that Trayvon was lying there dead until the next day. Well, his parents, at least. I just hope, like, you know, they get George Zimmerman, arrest his ass, give him life in prison, and I hope whoever the fuck, I hope they whoop your ass the way I heard Trayvon was whooping your ass when you just came out of nowhere and confronted him. I hope they whoop your ass, George Zimmerman. I hope they break your fucking hands and all your fingers, so you'll never be able to pick up a gun and do the same shit to anybody else again. Should you ever be granted parole, which I doubt you will. But then again, at this crazy ass white bitch, crazy Anthony, this bitch got to walk away free for knowing something. Cause I don't know if she killed her daughter, but the bitch no more than know what she said, what the fuck she did. And on top of that, why the hell did they drill her harder? Because the way I see it, like, bitch, you lied to me about your daughter. Who does that? What are you hiding? Why didn't they, like, give her all the motherfucking hard ass questions? Why didn't they get this bitch a polygraph test? That's what I want to know. I know they said they ain't 100%, but bitch, not everybody is programmed or trained or know how to fucking pass a polygraph test. Or to cheat a polygraph test. That's what I want to know. So I'm just hoping that, you know, I don't even want George Zimmerman to have a fair trial, because that's too good enough for this scum. This bug bitch. This fat ass bug bitch. You know, I just want them to lock his ass the fuck up. No questions asked. Like, bitch, just say he guilty right off the bat. And another thing, for his fucking racist, fascist ass father to go on and say, like, oh, my son is not racist. Oh, you must not know your son, because your son clearly said, clear as day, said these fucking coons. Now, if you're ignorant and senile and old, which you might be, you might not remember what a coon is, but that is a derogatory term to refer to young black people, such as myself. Not even young black people period. It's not even the nicest of the derogatory terms, with that being said. But, you know, it's just so infuriating. Like, I'm glad that so many people are on Twitter retweeting, signed the petition to, like, lock his ass up and abolish the stand your ground law, because that's the shit that renders George Zimmerman walking free. Abolish that bullshit. All these celebrities are tweeting about it. And one thing, I'm glad that it's not fucking fraudulent. Like that Coney 2012 bullshit. Jason Russell out there beating off butt naked. Drinking and whatever, what have you. It's just, I'm just glad that, like, this is something legit. We need justice for 17-year-old Trayvon Martin, and we need it immediately. Because, like I said, if this bitch, this fat ass scum of the fucking earth, commits suicide before we get the chance to arrest him, or he goes missing and nobody can find his ass, I will be one pissed off, unregistered to vote American. But that's all I want to talk about on this video. Like, I feel like there's nothing more for me to talk about any deeper, any more detail, because it's all just bullshit and I'm pissed and it's making me mad as hell. Just keep going on about it. But, you know, we got to do something. Like, we just can't sit back and let it be done. If I would have known, well, I don't know, but bitch, I would have been loved to have been a part of the Million Hoodie March. That would have been great, but this is something that can't be forgettable. It can't be forgot about. He's like our generation's Emmett Till. With that being said, I would love to see a movie about Trayvon Martin. John Singleton directs it. Fuck Tyler Perry. John Singleton directs it. That shit would be epic. And somebody would need an Oscar, because this shit is just unbelievable. With that being said, that's all I want. That's all I really can say on this topic about Trayvon Martin. Rest in peace to Trayvon Martin. Burn in hell to George Zimmerman. And, you know, peace, love, happiness. Count your blessings. Tell your loved ones that you love them, because I'm pretty sure that's probably eating up Trayvon Martin's family. Like, you can never tell somebody you love them enough. And that's all I want to talk about in this video. So y'all have just wrote the Maverick. Peace.